Espanol have done it. They are through to the semi-finals, and so have France, just winning on penalty. What a bloody slog that was, watching France. I mean, it seems as this competition's going on, the games are getting more and more boring. And I don't mean that in a bad way. You know, we saw England play, but France and Portugal especially, it was two defensive masterclasses, you could have said. But the lack of chances was bloody hell. It weren't very good, was it? And I thought Gary Lineker and stuff made a good point, saying about the time that players are playing matches, the more matches that they're playing each season, it is getting a bit too much. And we're seeing that now, especially in the final stage of this competition. The group stage was banging it out, apart from England. But every other game was wicked, and Spain seemed to be going strong. There was moments in that game, which we'll get to, but overall, especially I'm looking at Portugal, France, and the games in the round of 16, not all of the teams were amazing in that. You get little moments, but as I said, the quality of the matches is going down. Maybe we'll see an uplift. I think, as I said, Spain have kept it very well. The first half was very boring, but you know, as the game went on, it matured and it got real, like a fine wine. It got better chances, more goals, and at times it was end-to-end, like those were teams that were both open. Maybe with England we'll see a bit more attack if we play an open team, but it is Spain versus France. Now, France were not penalties, but we're talking about the Spain match. They was quality, and I feel like them teams, overall Spain dominated for a lot of it. Germany was very good as well. The quick football that they played was immense at times. But Spain got that opening goal, and it was Yamal, really, who he just placed his GCSEs. He's, I think, getting fined if he plays after 8 p.m. in Germany. It is mad what that kid's doing, and he gets another assist. I thought Morata was terrible, but the assist to Dani Olmo, that was a quality goal, world class from both of them. Dani Olmo, I think, was my man of the match. He, even though he didn't start or weren't meant to start, he came off Pedri. He changed it in a good way. Germany were a bit discombobulated with him a bit further up the pitch. It didn't really help them, and they weren't able to get their mojo, which they have. But we saw it with Denmark. Germany could be got at. Spain did get and like at times it was end to end, where Germany are on the attack, then it goes to Spain. But there was bits where, you know, they seemed a bit leggy and like they calmed themselves down. Lots of free kicks and that. But we got the opener with Spain. Then Germany came out their shell a little bit. They had to attack, and that's where we saw the little fluidity of shots, free kicks, not goals, but you know what I mean. There's some good saves, especially from Unai Simon. He made some good saves. And Germany kept on pushing. You know, there was the team for a while in possession. I thought Nagelsmann made some very good substitutions, made them early. Spain, you know, their team, I think on paper is not as good as Germany's in terms of player for player. Obviously, I've got Yamal and that Williams. They're probably the best two, honestly. Them youngsters were phenomenal. Dani Olmo as well, who I said, but then Morata up top, he weren't doing it for me. I know he played better in the second half, but overall it was pretty poor from him. The defence, for me, is a bit shaky. Obviously, there was issues that happened later with Carvajal and stuff. Cucurella was diving all over the place at the end, but, you know, it's just petty stuff. And you look at Germany's team, like for like, you think they're better, but they push. Is Kroos's campaign and tournament going to be over? Is his career going to be over? It weren't, because it was saved by a Wirtz goal. It's a wicked cross by Kimmich. Wirtz is there. He came on, really dictated play. Ball, 1-1, and we go to extra time. Blow the whistle. On we go. I wanted it all to go to penalties, but I had to watch that ball fest to get a penalty shootout again with Portugal. So, yeah. And then the extra time was pretty boring, if I'm being honest. But I can't moan about boring because, you know, I'm not playing, and they are quite leggy. And they gave us moments, and I think Spain will beat France, if I'm honest, if they play like they did against Portugal. Spain look like the team who can pick teams apart. And, you know, if France have to come out of the shell, they'll find moments. So I tip Spain to almost be the winner, to be honest. But we get extra time, and it looks a bit flat, to be honest. Nothing really happened until that 90th, the 120 whatever minute, where we get the last minute goal. It was an unbelievable header. Great play by Carvajal, to be fair, to switch it. Dani Olmo whips it in. And number 6, I can't quite remember his name. It's a great player, because he's had a dad who did the same celebration. That was quite wholesome, where he's doing the same one. And he hits a brilliant header, heads it home. And Spain go to the semi-final in the last 9 seconds of extra time. That's what we love. Last minute winners. And they got the win. Brilliant by the Spanish. I think overall they did deserve it. Toni Kroos obviously retired now. What an icon. I think he's one of the most serial winners of the world, sort of thing. He's up there with like Messi, Ronaldo, Dani Alves. You know, he's won like 30 4 trophies, something like that, although in Modric, legend of the game. And he, in the Euros, dictated the tournament at times. He is far past it, he's retiring at, like, almost, not his peak, but, he's not past his peak, which I respect, retiring at that age. And yeah, we got an Espanol semi-final versus Francais. And then I can't forget Danny Carvajal getting bloody sent off. I mean, he had to do it, didn't he, really? But, he's unavailable for semi-final now. Will he make it to the final? Who knows? It was a silly decision, but I suppose when you needs must, you have to bloody do whatever you can. As I said, I see Spain win that, but then if, say, somehow England got to the final, we need to up our game because Spain can pick you apart. And they showed that with Germany when they opened up a little bit. 1, 2, 3 passes, not even that, sometimes 2, 1 touch, boom, they're in. And that's what ultimately got Germany for the first goal. But you've got to respect Germany. They're pushing and pushing and pushing. They're at the competition. I did really like them, but this bracket is tough and it's devastating to them teams. The tournament is getting on. I just want a little cracker, like the World Cup, but the World Cup was set obviously in the winter, so people were mid-season and they was up for it. Whereas this one, they're going to be absolutely bloody fucking knackered. I'd be dead, so you can't ask for everything, but as long as England get through tomorrow, we'll be good. But Spain, I'm pretty sure they're going to be the favourites to go with the football they've played, and then Yamal is lighting up the tournament. He gets subbed off after 60 minutes, but him, Olmo and Williams were fantastic. The defence were decent, but they can be a little bit shaky. They can be got at. We'll just have to see. You just need a little bit of quality against Spain, but they've earned their way into the semi-final, and fair play. I'll be eating paella tonight. I love it. I love Espanol. Give me some Madrid, even though it's not actually Spanish. Some Estrella. We love it all. Well done, Spain. Commiserations, Germany. I thought you was a great team in the tournament. And then Portugal, France. Portugal scraped through, to be honest. They deserve to go out. Penalties twice. France have got through and not even scored a goal in open play. What is going on? Who knows? But I'll see you in the next video, hopefully with better games.